How's everybody doing? The first thing before we start the show, let's go ahead and give a moment of silence to the mass shooting that happened in Nashville, man. Stop shooting up these schools, man. These mass shootings aren't, they need to stop, man. This is a problem in the community, a problem around the world. It needs to stop. Moment of silence.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is. And if you don't, ask your mammy because she in the back room watching the Titans Coliseum podcast. I'm your host, Morocco, and I'm here with my co-host, RJ and Firestone. How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good, baby. Hey, like I said, man. Like I said, but before the show started, man. Hey, these mass shootings got to stop, man. They got to stop, man. This is going on around the community. Hate to kill the vibe a little bit, but hey. But it's good to be on the show today, man. We got a lot of good stuff, good topics to talk about. So
yeah. We come with a heavy heart today, but we're gonna come with vibes. We're gonna come with some positive energy, and we got some news to cover and some things to talk about, and we got a nice, good special guest to come here and give y'all a little insights and talk some topics with y'all that we know you're interested about as well. So I'm excited to be here, man. I'm ready to get into another show.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So we ain't gonna keep the people waiting, man. We're gonna go ahead and get our guest in here for the night. Most of y'all already know him if you're active on Titans Twitter, but I mean, if you don't know him, hey man, he the brains behind Titans social media. When you be tagging people, frustrated, complaining or whatever, he's seeing all of it. But we're gonna go ahead and get him in here. Everybody, here go Nate Bain.
Let's
good. What's good? How's it going?
This is legit, man. The intro, the music.
Hey, man, we doing it, man. We doing the darn thing out here, man.
Hey, man. How you feeling tonight?
I'm good, man. I said, I even like I was saying, this name of this podcast, we got to bring the Coliseum back, the vibes back to even the new stadium in 27. So let's do this thing.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. What's up, Justin Clark, man?
Yeah, what's up to everybody out there watching tonight?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, I told you we officially here, Nate.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get to it, Nate. So like I said, I know who you are, many know who you are, but just get the people your background, man, and how you got into the position that you're in right now.
Absolutely, man. So I'm Nate Bain. I'm the director of social media, and we added this back end. Influencer marketing is my second half of my title now. And so basically, I'm running the show. We got two other folks on our staff that help make the whole thing happen. We got a whole video crew, photo crew, graphic design teams. We got a big squad that brings the content to you guys. But my job is to head up social media, and I've been doing it since 2017. So I got here the first year we had the playoff win at Kansas City. And then in addition to social media, I'm like kind of the liaison, I'm in charge of our celebrities. So if we have any kind of musicians, actors, artists, whatever, that want to come to games, get gear, whatever, they're kind of handled through me to some degree. We do some other stuff too, but that's kind of the main gist. So yeah, anytime you chop it up with us on social, mainly on Twitter, that's me. And then if you like it, great. If you don't like it, I'm seeing those as well. So yeah, that's a little bit of the overview of what I do.
Yeah, man. Y'all stop talking crazy to Nate, man, or I'm gonna come see you.
I get happy, so I get it. I've jokingly blocked somebody one time and it caused mass controversy, but yeah.
You know what he's talking about.
Yeah, man. We ain't gonna name drop, but shout out to them, man. They rock with the show.
They're good people, man. I wasn't trying to he was gonna get unblocked in like 5 minutes. has had it.
That was bananas, man. I'm talking
was
about dude
great.
was
That was a
freaking
crazy
out.
day on Twitter. But yeah,
That was epic, man. Well done. Well done. That was a good job. That was epic.
it's all good. It's all all love. We're all family. I know we all do that kind of stuff, but we won't do it no more. That was a one-time only thing.
Alright.
All
So,
right, so okay, I got a question real quick. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that. So how does people get the attention of the Titans on social media? How do you get shout outs to just get the attention of the Titans?
I mean, I try to look at everybody's stuff, especially like in a game or when some big moments are happening. That back end feed goes crazy with people tagging. And obviously now with the whole Twitch on Twitter, if you get verified, it bumps it in like a different category. And so that's how you can see it. Not to say we need to pay to get verified, but it definitely changed up the game. But yeah, man, we try to. I mean, we follow quite a few people. Like I said, I'm slacking. I've just followed you guys. I've always been following, I think 1/3 of the group, but we fixed that now. But yeah, man, we have a really cool community. We may not have a large community, but I feel like I can put the best of y'all up against the best of any club, whether it's podcasts or the creative content we do. I was really close friends with Matt Neely, who did a great job with the memes and stuff. If y'all follow way back then before he passed away, our Reddit community is awesome. So yeah, just dope chatter, awesome podcast, creative stuff. It eventually finds its way over to me and my team.
Okay, all right. So consistency and just make good content. All right, that's easy.
Yeah, man. Or just have some funny stuff to say. I mean, hey, the hype videos back in the day, you know what time it is, became like ingrained in our like Titan society. So that was good content.
Exactly.
Yeah, I most definitely. Yeah, I like the Titans social media page, man. I think it's probably one of the best around the NFL, man. For what I've seen a lot of other hype videos, a lot of practice highlights and stuff, and game highlights. And I'll be looking, I'll be like, man, the Titans media team, they own it. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I've always liked the Titans. They seem like they very, very up to par when it comes to nowadays social media. And I've always liked that about y'all, man. So, hey, congrats to you, man. Y'all doing a damn good job, man. Keep it up.
It's the fans, like even Skinny Hardaway and the boys with the be quiet thing after we won games. Like the fact we're nothing without the fans doing cool stuff as well. So it's reciprocated for sure. Appreciate it.
Most definitely.
That's what's up, man. Well, I mean, you pretty much already answer my second question with with the whole blocking situation, but I'm gonna get you to talk about some more, man. Give us some more about Titans Twitter and the craziness you done seen down there, man. How wild has it got?
Man, yeah, I mean, I always am creeping whatever controversy or spats that happen. We definitely, as good as we are, we also have some crazy stories and some crazy moments. Usually I just like to creep and watch and see what kind of, I don't know, whatever new crazy stories coming up next. And definitely during this time, there's no football, whether it's the rumor mill or this fan's doing this to this fan, definitely makes it for an entertaining offseason. I'll say that much, but yeah.
Yeah, man, it ain't never a dull moment with this
Yeah.
fan page. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking
most
about,
definitely.
for what I've seen over the years, man, it's like when there's nothing going on, us Titan fans, we gonna make something go on.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. It keeps us entertained, man. Because it's like we be like, I ain't gonna say we get bored with the Titans, but like it's like during this time right now, there's really nothing going on, and we trying to do all type of speculations, whether it's Lamar Jackson or we trading Derrick Henry or we cutting Kevin Byard. Like it's been going. It's always something new in the rumor mill of the Titans, man. It's getting more and more fun. So
yeah, I've been getting worked up. I'll look at stuff. I'm like, oh, wait, we're doing what? And I'm like, that's just kind of the way it is in today's age, man. But no, it's just fun, and it keeps all of us on our toes. But again, we got cool people that I like following, interacting with, and watching y'all interact with each other. We got a good group for sure.
Absolutely. So I'm curious about, like, you told us what you've done to get into a position where you're at, but what does it look like the average day for you? What does an average day look like for you?
That's a great question. Off season, in season, you can kind of put those into two different buckets. Always something different, particularly in the off season, kind of like y'all were mentioning on a joking manner. In season, much like kind of what you can follow, we kind of ebb and flow with the team. So like Monday, coach will have his press conference. If we're recapping the game, hopefully a win on Sunday. And so it's, all right, video team, what kind of hype video can we make for the following week? Or what kind of dope shots did you get from the game? graphics team, hey, we got Derrick Henry rush for all these statistical whatever, especially that 2,000 yard season. We were always pumping out Derrick Henry content. We have a sponsorship element that they've got. I think what is it? Well, last year if we rushed for 2 touchdowns, you got something to Buffalo Wild Wings. So there's a big checklist of things we got to knock off. We go into Tuesdays, the off day for the players, and kind of give us a chance to catch our breath. And especially if it's a big win, keep pumping out stuff, mic'd ups, whatever the case may be for the game. Wednesday, we kind of turn the page and start focusing on that next opponent. Practice starts, so we're covering interviews, press conferences, again, trying to build those storylines for the next week. Thursday and Friday are kind of the same way. If we're on the road, we'll travel Saturday. Traveling is also pretty fun. I've been to every stadium now in the league, and so that's been a blessing. We're traveling covering the content of the guys traveling, what fits they're wearing. Get to the city we're in, go have dinner, have a good time. Get up for that game Sunday, cover the game Sunday, and then rinse and repeat that again. And the off season is kind of on like big, they call it tent pole moments. March, you got combine in February, free agency in March, draft in April, OTAs and rookies coming in May, June and July. We got a little bit of heating up for training camp, and then you get into your season. So like right now, we're really focused on the draft. We're focused on London, which will be a game. It's probably mid-October. It looks like on the schedule. And then, the ever sort of rumor, maybe not, maybe ish, what we're going to do if we're going to do some of these throwbacks or not. So,
man, I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I love them uniforms.
We're going to have throwbacks, but we'll keep you guessing which one it is. We got, as we did our research, we had more throwbacks than I thought as far as like helmets and different models of the Oil Derrick and which color uniform top. But I think when you guys see all the stuff we're working on, you'll enjoy it.
Oh yeah, man, it's crazy. It's so much that goes into these pictures and videos, man. Like when I be on the Titans Instagram and I'm scrolling, I'm like, man, they do a great job. And it's like now that you explain everything that goes on, man, it's like I see why the work at the work looks like it does, because you guys can put a lot of work into this stuff.
The crew, I think. We know where the oil is. We're working with an idea and a theme. I think it took them 5 days to make a couple teases, which we'll hopefully start rolling out here in a little bit. But yeah, some of these ideas that you take 15 seconds and you watch on TV or on your phone take weeks to make. So it's even eye-opening for me sometimes because I'm not that creative when it comes to actually making it happen.
That's what's up, man. I got a personal question for you. I mean, it's not personal, but it's
a
question that I just thought about or whatever, man. Last year we seen y'all incorporate the hip hop culture into the Titans, man. Y'all brought out 3-6 Mafia for the opener. You had the Who Run It going throughout the right. Y'all had there going throughout the year. Y'all also brought out Money Bag Yo, man, and I just want to ask you, man, about what went into that, man. How did all that come together?
Definitely, that's a great question. I think we probably mixed a couple of things throughout the history of the Titans, but really never leaned into that hip hop. And I think that's something this group really want to do. Our head of creative, Surf Melendez, started. I think we all kind of joked. Even I think it was maybe 2 years ago. Our head of design, Chris Bain, was like, man, we got to start doing something with 3-6 Mafia. Like we played in stadium, Darren Bates is getting hype before kickoffs and stuff. And we really got to do something. So I think with a mix of a couple other leaders, and we're all kind of like, it's a no-brainer. What's the right song? And those guys reached out to 3-6's team. They said, hey, we'll do it if we can do a merch collab. We put you might have seen some of that merch floating around. So we did that. And then it was a fun day. They came in for one day. We rented the studio out. Nissan is obviously a big partner of ours. They provided a sports car, and we did this whole video shoot with all the guys, which you probably saw before the games ran. Put a little content out as well. Byard and Simmons got to sit down with them and kind of chop up a couple ideas. And that kind of was like, hey, we're going to commit to this for the full season and see if it sticks. I think the wins and losses probably played a little bit of playing that too. When you're losing and you put Who Run It Up, people kind of like are down on it. But I think it was a good shot by our creative squad. Our head of in-game, David Schindler, did a lot with that too. And then, the money bag thing came about. We have a relationship with Interscope Records out in Los Angeles. and they basically saw the Debo Samuels and the guys in San Francisco, which I didn't know. Arden Key said he basically was part of that in San Francisco, and then he took it to Jacksonville, which I do remember them playing us, and they came out with a boombox. So if you see a boombox with our guys this year, it probably came from Arden, our new outside linebacker.
Yeah.
But the Interscope guys like, hey, we want to copy that 49ers thing. We want to do it with you guys, which I thought was cool. And they gave us a list of artists, and we both kind of agreed that Moneybag was probably the move. We definitely had to work it around Braves and John Robinson, make sure we weren't a distraction. But, that ended up being a real cool moment, mainly on social. Like, I think BET picked it up, and a lot of these other magazines and TV shows and publications did that. And our players were super geeked. Afterwards, Derek's like, where'd he go? I want to meet him, blah, blah, blah. So I think some of that was good. I think did we win that game? I think we did.
I think so.
Those the money back. We played the Raiders because I think it was I think I was at that game. I can't remember or not.
Right. Yeah. So definitely give me y'all's feedback on it. But I think that was good. And we might have shocked it. We did a lot of hip hop early. A lot of our fans are used to seeing no hip hop, and some of our people are team country. But I think, tough when you have a stadium of 70,000 people, no matter what you play, somebody will get mad, somebody will be excited about it. But no, I thought that for us, that was a good couple of experiments. And for the most part, I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, y'all give me some feedback on what you thought, good and bad.
I liked it, you know what I'm saying? I will say that the next person y'all need to get is Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
Yo Gotti was in the suite.
Okay.
That game, but it went from like we had Moneybag come in with his squad, and then that was like 8 tickets, and then it was 10, and then it was 15, and it was 20. Yo Gotti's coming, he's bringing people. So it was definitely a day of running around. Hey, I see he's got a jersey. Can I get a jersey too? All right, let me get that. So it was that was a busy day for me, but it was cool to see those guys and mix it up and see them have a good time. But yeah, we'll work on getting, if Yo Gotti's on the top of your list, we'll get him next.
Please. That's what, hey, I grew up on Yo Gotti, so that's why I was like, man, I got to see. I'm definitely going to that game if Yo Gotti's out there. I'm definitely going to that game.
I love it, man.
Right.
Any other music recommendations? Throw them out, man, because we'll definitely take them.
I would say that I do want it to be like strictly like Tennessee artists, you know what I'm saying? Because like it just makes it specifically a fighting thing. So
can I say Young Buck, come out stomp on it?
Was he at that game too?
Yeah, he was at the home opener.
Yeah, I seen him at the 3 6 Mafia game.
Yes, he came through. Yeah, when I was growing up, that album was one of my favorite ones.
Welcome to Cashville.
Classic.
Yeah.
Young Buck. I'm sure Jelly Roll probably, I know he's really big in Nashville.
He came to our Monday night game.
Eric North, what? What did he pay? He died, bro.
We played the music, I guess. But
man, R.I.P. Dolph, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Dolph.
Man, you got to go ahead and hook up with Lido, man. Him and Trapper Mandel, man. I mean,
that's another good.
Trapper Mandel's another one.
Glad you shouted that out because I forgot. So our head of video, Nick Conklin, when he came in from Clemson, and he was really about, hey, let's get local stuff for many different reasons. And so we started working with too many guys to shout out, but we worked with some of those folks of getting their music and putting some of our hype videos, and the response locally was phenomenal. It was cool to see even some of the lesser known guys in that, as far as like up and coming, see some of their streams go up when we put them on, and just seeing like their fan base get excited and feel the love in our own city. But yes, we need to do definitely more with Lido. Vincent Love put me on some of those guys as well. So yeah, any of the local guys, definitely let us know, because they have some good music, and it's, I don't know, like you mentioned, we can keep it in the city or in the state at least.
Yeah, most definitely look at Nashville and Memphis is booming. They're about to become the new Atlanta, if you know what I'm saying. Like they're pumping out artists at the artists, and it's like, man, you definitely should take advantage of that.
We're talking with Interscope right now with Glorilla, because I think she's.
Oh yeah, that's another one right there. That's another
my
one.
baby right there.
I ain't gonna lie. At first I didn't like her, but then the more I started listening, I said, man, I ain't gonna lie, I can't even deny she good. Like
I like Lil Glow, man.
That's what makes us. Like football and music, I think definitely, and maybe some food. But I do think our group wants to continue to try to lean into some of that music. I don't know. Everybody's got different vibes, different tastes, but I definitely think that's. And plus, our players love that stuff too. So the more we can mix that stuff together, the better.
And the influence that the state of Tennessee has in the rap game, man. You know what I'm saying? Even outside of Nashville, Memphis. I mean, Isaiah Rashad, who was worked with you know what I'm saying, TDE with Kendrick Lamar, he's, you know what I'm saying, he's from Chattanooga. You know, it's
Yes. Bam, I'm tripping. Who's the producer that did all the dope stuff and went to MTSU from Murfreesboro?
Take Heat.
There's
I went to school with him.
TK.
Yeah, take
Yes, he's a
him, man.
big Titans fan. He's come through a bunch of games, and he's been super awesome behind the scenes of supporting us. Yeah.
Yeah, I also know a band play. I actually knew him growing up and back in Columbia, man. Band play, he does a lot of the Paper Route Empire. He's on that. He's on a lot of Starlito stuff. You know, here, let the band play. There, you know, we hear that in the beginning of the song, man. I know him. Yeah.
Yes, man. No, this is all good because I take notes because that's again part of the second half of my job is in addition to social, and it's country artists, rock. We got a bunch of rock artists with even big names like Jack White and Black Keys and all the other folks in town. And obviously the country is pretty prevalent too. So, hey man, that's why I like as we get more and more into it. The music part of sports, I tend to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Most definitely. That's one thing, you know, we all do is keep up with the music, especially out here in Tennessee, man.
It's a music city, bro. It's just
yeah.
Man.
Take advantage
We love
of it,
our
man.
music, man. As long as it's got some bass to it and you can groove to it, man, it can be whatever.
Oh man, yeah. When I was coming up in high school, I got got the used car. Give me a speaker in the back with make sure the bass is right. That's all I needed, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I grew up on all of it, man. I was very quickly accustomed to the Tennessee music, man. I made sure to embrace it, you know what I'm saying? Because it was good music back then. And I was back when I was in the Three Six Mafia. Yeah, man. A-Ball, MJG, man. My dad used to bump them, man. So it is what it is.
Yeah, man. No, that's good. I like how excited we got, and we took some time chatting about that. That's always good, man.
Okay, so man, man, that was great right there, man. That was great, man. Just to, you know, hear about music and, you know, hear about your background and how you came up. But it's time for us to talk some football now, man. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of this thing, man. Go ask you about these rumors that's been going around, man. You know, Henry trade talk, you know, the buyer situation, thoughts on Tannehill. I mean, just lay it out there, Nate. How you feel about
it? Before we start, let me show y'all some pictures real quick, man. So we got this one right here, and this is about Rand Carthon talking about a Derrick Henry trade rumor. So he said,
Ronius.
Yeah,
I like that word.
Yeah, Ronius report that came out. He said, I spoke to Todd. He said, and the Derrick Henry representatives, and we're in a good place. So there's nothing new to report from here. So that's good news so far, you know. So
yeah, I don't think I'm in the minority when it comes to us at least, but I think Derrick's one of those, whether we keep or not. I think he's one of those unique backs that because everybody's like, oh, he's 29, he's 30, 31, he's gonna start falling off a cliff as far as production, and he broke his foot. I still think that you see his workout videos in the offseason, man. This dude I think is one of those unique backs like Adrian Peterson, some of the other ones that can probably keep running for a while. But with that, the quote was great. Love working for John Robinson. I think he did a lot of dope stuff, but I actually have a background with Rand real briefly. So before I was here with the Titans, starting in 2017, I was with the Rams in St. Louis and LA, and Rand was also with the team while I was there. And so I was really excited he get the job, and just immediately, even with the cap situation we got, it's not ideal. I think next year we've got like scheduled to have like over $100 million. So that's when some things can be moved around. But I'm really confident in what he brings. Just seeing him interact with the free agents that we've got. I think he's a good recruiter, even though obviously money makes a lot of that happen. But you've seen a lot of some of the former. It seems like the strategy is get talented, athletic guys from really good teams that were backups that didn't have a chance to play. So obviously there's a question mark there, but I think some of those guys will step up to the plate. Even Sean Murphy Bunting, I think he's got him and Ed Reed are the only two guys to have a pick in every single playoff game that their team won a Super Bowl or something crazy.
I like that.
If you look it up, I think they played 3 games leading up, and he picked off Mahomes in the Super Bowl too. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know, but look that stat up. But yeah, I think Rand. I trust Rand a lot in what he's doing, especially with what he's got. It's kind of like college too. I feel like I came in 17 with Taylor Lewan, all the vets, Derek Morgan, Who else we have? Rackpo, Wesley Woodyard, Jarrell Casey, and then all these guys slowly start falling off as far as retiring and leaving the club. And definitely, it's a weird feeling every year. I think I remember that first year we went Jarrell to Jeffrey, and Jarrell would always lead our huddle. And Jeffrey's kind of like, not where's Jarrell, but like it was just weird for him that first time. And now you see him front and center every time. He had to grow into it just a little bit. But it's weird for me. Like Lawan was my guy, Ben Jones, all these guys are leaving now. I don't think you'll completely – people say it's a rebuild. I mean, we're bringing in some talented dudes to compete, so I'm not really quite sure we're ready to call it that. But it is definitely a different time. I feel like everybody's graduating, and we got a whole new crop of like freshmen coming in, even though they're not young. Excited to see what we do in the draft too. I mean, we could go offensive line, we could go receiver at this point, but I think there's some intrigue, and we're picking early, which is kind of fun. But no, I mean, I think I trust Rand and what he does. I think they got a lot of good folks. I still haven't even met. I think there's the guy from I should know his name. I work for the team. The Green Bay assistant GM that came in. I think
I don't know his name. I forgot his name.
But he's got a whole analytical system that Rand talked about, I think, in his press conference that was really fascinating. I think he developed him himself while he was in grad school or getting his MBA. So I definitely think we're doing a couple of things different than the past years that will eventually, hopefully, have us crushing it down the road. Plus, we're in the South. Like it's a pretty open division for the most part. So
really, you just got to beat Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Man,
we're
ain't
looking
worried
like
about Jacksonville.
I love the rivalry, man. We're sparking it back up. It got a little hot in 17 and dipped back down. Now we're back. So yeah, all in all, not quite worried about it. I feel like we're pretty good. Obviously, we got some cap. We got like a ton of dead money, but that all comes off the books this next year. So I don't know. I feel pretty good, but yeah, it is tough to see some of these older dudes that were such stalwarts and like foundational pieces retiring or moving on. So it definitely is adjustment for me. But even like Aziz, that's our linebacker from the Niners. Yeah, he's a very interesting dude that I think will fill in that David Long role pretty well. So I'm excited to see it. It took me a little bit to get over the change, but I think it'll be a fun new thing to get to once football gets here in I guess July or August.
Most definitely. But, while we take this little break, we'll show Derrick Henry working out, man. You can go and watch this quick little video, man.
Good up. Sheesh. Good work. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, RJ, I gotta say this before we go gotta say this before we go further. Man, you know who finna get on your ass for this video, right?
I thought the same thing as soon as he played it. I thought the same thing.
So Nate, I'll go ahead and give you the story.
Yeah, give me the background.
Yeah, so we're in this Facebook group, AFC South Fan Battle. I mean, our umbrella that we're up under, Fan Battle Sports Network or whatever. We got a group we're in, and you know, it's constant back and forth all day, every day. And they got this thing where they mess with us about Derrick Henry shirtless videos and pictures or whatever, man. And I'll let you, you know what I'm saying, think about all the things that could be said about that right there. But, man, they give us a hard time about that. And I feel like if any one of them are watching this or going to watch this, they're going to get on us about it.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get on.
And that's the first time we've ever done it. And RJ's going to just throw us into the trap like that.
Hey, man, you can't lie. It was a good video, though, man.
No, it's impressive to see what he does, bro.
Man, we don't think nothing about it, but you know the
they you got all these posters, videos.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, like maybe to pile on it, but you think this dude's a big dude, but he's he's bigger than linebackers. I mean, don't post that.
There you go. Yeah, I knew he was watching. I knew he was watching.
You knew that.
Where's Josh from?
He's a Colts fan,
man.
Yeah.
And, he's with Fan Battle He's with Fan Battle Sports too, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh Stewart and his team,
Yeah,
man.
they own it.
Horseshoe Mob, man. Y'all check out the podcast.
Yeah, check out their
Check
pod.
it out,
Man.
but you know what I'm saying. Tell them about themselves and the coach, man.
Yeah, man. Don't let
Derek's been owning them for a while, man. It's tough.
Yeah, man. Don't let them coach, man, be in there lying, man. You know, they don't be telling the truth sometimes. They be deflecting.
Right.
They be deflecting.
I'm interested to see what the Colts do this year. They've been trying at quarterback, and is their starter right now? Minshew, I think.
Yes,
At the
that's
moment?
who it is at the moment.
At
Yeah.
the moment. So we'll see, man.
They showed me that signing. I thought it was a joke, and I was like laughing and this. And I was like, "Oh, you're for real? They really signed? Oh, geez." I was like, "I hope that ain't who they're gonna start the year off with. This is getting worse and worse."
Yeah,
They gonna mess around. Had Jameis Winston next year.
So who for y'all is y'all's biggest? Maybe it don't have to be in the division, but biggest rival personally for you guys when it comes to the Titans.
I don't know. It changes every year, man. Right now, the people that's been in my ear is definitely the Jaguars, man. The Colts been kind of quiet, you know what I'm saying? But with that Titan Colt rivalry it's gonna come back to where it used to be. But like when they finally get a roster, but right now it's definitely the Colts. I mean, I'm not even the Jaguar.
For me, it's Kansas City. It's for me. I felt like we was Kansas City's glass ceiling because we kept beating them in the playoffs year after year. It wasn't until they could finally beat us in the playoffs that they started winning Super Bowls. So it was like we was your glass ceiling. Until y'all was able to beat us in the playoffs, you couldn't win a Super Bowl. And now they just won't stop talking about it. Now they finally got them one and then got them two. So it's the Chiefs for me. It wasn't.
And you're closer to that probably. As the most people over there, Chiefs fans, yeah.
I hear Chiefs fans and Cowboys fans nonstop. I'm in the worst part of the area.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, for me, man, I hate every single team in this division equally.
Yeah, I hate them all.
I just pray this season coming up that we just smack the shit out of all of them. I'm talking about go 6-0.
Yep.
Like I said, I just can't wait to hoist the Lombardi, man. But because once we hoist it, man, I that's all I've been dreaming. I just want to rub it. I'm gonna rub it in so bad.
Man. Absolutely, yeah. But for me, it's probably the Ravens still, man. I don't like those dudes that much, but. Oh, their biggest rival.
He got a point down, man.
It's true, but there's a hot minute where we was the nice offense. So we gotta get back to that. But what was that 19? Yeah, or 20 technically.
20, yeah.
Beating them as the 1 seed. We went in. I remember hearing like their front office people talking about the buses they already had lined up to go play KC the next week, and if they won, they go to the Super Bowl. So Texas fans are gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they already are.
Yeah, they're gonna be loud.
Man.
Yeah, it's all right. But when we beat them that year, that was a fun. That's probably one of my top moments was winning that game and flying back with the squad. So that was for them, and then they beat us next year. But that was COVID, so tough year.
Yeah, the Ravens definitely the team I hate the most out of any NFL team. I hate them the most, man. They, like I said, they took a Lombardi from us, bro. Like that 2000 Titans team. I'm telling you, man, they would have won it all. All we had to do was just beat the Ravens, dude. We would have beat Oakland, and then we would beat Oakland at home, and then we would have beat the brakes out the Giants, bro. I'm telling you, man, they took it from us.
Talking to some of our old timers that not that old timer, but they've been at the club for a long time. Some of them since the time the Titans became the Titans mentioned that those teams were some of their most talented teams in their opinion. Were that 2000 team and was it 2002 or 4? When did we lose to the when we lost to the Patriots up in New England? And I think it was like Drew Bennett dropped that one pass from there.
It was 2002. I want.
Yeah,
they said some of those were like the most talented teams they remember.
Yeah, the 2003 team, we lost it in the AFC Championship, right? What was the year that we lost to the Raiders? In the AFC
that was the Raiders.
Yes, there's a Patriots loss in there somewhere too. But yeah, Bengals are sneakily coming up there as well. Yeah. Whoever said those,
the Bengals, man, I ain't gonna. Yeah, they
we owe them big time.
Mm-hmm. I can't. Hey, I'm gonna let you know now. If we see them in the playoffs again, we're gonna get them. Why would I tell you? We're gonna get them. Why? We ain't forgot about that game, bro.
I like it. Cool. All right.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get to some pro day stuff, man. The Titans, they was active today, man. I mean, you had Vrabel down in Tennessee, down in Knoxville at the Vols Pro Day, and you also had Rand down in Florida. As everybody know, Rand attended the University of Florida, so he went down there to their pro day, man. And Anthony Richardson, man. I mean, this dude, he continues to put on a show. I mean, to me, I mean, the guy, I mean, he's the most talented quarterback in this draft, but just when you cut on the tape, man, I mean, everything that you love about him, I mean, it just don't show up in the game like that. But man, we're gonna go ahead and roll this beautiful Bain footage he put out today. He made some damn good throws too. Y'all go ahead and watch this.
So that's good.
Here we go.
Look at that. Yeah, but we're talking about the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, he's very talented, dude.
Hey,
He's very
Did you see
talented.
the one where he threw it so high he hit like the top of the thing,
Yes.
hit the beam?
Matter of
Yes.
fact, let's go ahead and roll it, man. I
Yeah.
mean, we keep them waiting, man. I hope I'm finna play the right one, man. Oh God.
No, they're not labeled. My bad.
Right.
Nope.
And then we
Or-
knocked it there.
Well, yeah, I
Even
live.
Will Levis, in a sense. Anthony's
Wrong one. Okay. I think I'm finna get it. I hope I'm finna get it.
It's from
Yeah.
behind him. It's gonna be from behind him, from back of the pocket view.
No, yeah. I think I
Back
know
of the pocket view.
Yep. If it's the clip I remember from what I seen, it was from It was
Let
from
me
back.
see it. Let me
crowd,
see it.
even Will Levis, in a sense. Anthony's arm strength is his superpower, but everything just looks so easy. As you can see, everything's so fluid. As you can see, he hit the ceiling right there.
Doggone it.
There we go. We get quarterback hitting the ceiling. As you see, he gets a big laugh right there.
Check the box. All the other quarterbacks hit the ceiling. I got to hit the ceiling too.
Yeah.
All right, mission accomplished.
Raise the roof. There it is.
Look at me. He's like, yep, throw 37.
That's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man. Did he test incredibly well? Maybe even like setting records at the combine for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
In the
Well,
couple-
yeah.
he's probably the most, like I said, he's probably the most athletic prospect that we've seen and probably ever. Honestly, like dude has an arm, he's huge. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's probably with Cam Newton, and I feel like he had a better arm than Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, definitely.
yeah, he.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
biggest thing is, I mean, when you cut on the game film,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you see flashes of it, but you just don't see that consistent, all-out play that you're looking for.
Yeah, but I mean, go back and look at Mahomes in college. You're not going to see that either. No, so it just depends on coachable. So you see the intangibles that they have now. Are they coachable and can they develop, and do they going to have the mental focus to actually put in the work to be what they're capable of being? So he's very intriguing, but I'm with you. You don't see it on the field just yet.
Well, while since we're talking on the subject of quarterbacks, man, we'll post this right here. They said Daniel Jeremiah said that he's hearing the most buzz about the Arizona trading back to pick 11 with Tennessee. He said he and Bucky both agreed that they would be surprised if Arizona selected 3 when the draft rolls around. Other potential trade partners is Vegas at 7. So I asked you, Nate Bain, do you see the Titans trading up to 3?
That's where, like, we talk about, well, I think I did, new staff and different adjustments. I think with John, you always kind of could expect some type of movement. I think he almost did his entire time he was here, whether it was moving up to get Rashaan Evans or moving back way back in the day when I was at the Rams. They traded, 16-1.
Yeah.
Moving back. I don't know. That's where I don't know what will Rand do. He studied under a couple of elite GMs in Les Snead and a man out, John Lynch out in San Francisco. I don't know he's his own guy, so I don't know what he'll do in that situation. But I guess it all depends on what you want. Like, I still have no idea. We could go a bunch of different directions. Do we wait for somebody to fall to us and then pop up? I don't know. So that's why I'm excited about the draft. And we talk about content. Like, we've got 17 different graphics ready to go with depending on who we pick, or are we trading up, or are we trading back? I remember last year, yeah. AJ thing, like, we did not know that was coming at all. And then we hear,
Oh man,
scenario ready. And then they're like, hey, we're trading. And we're like, all right, bet. what we trading for? And they're like, oh, we're trading AJ. I'm like, wait, what? And so we had to move quickly, and that it was crazy. So that for us on the draft days is fun because that's like one of the more like fast pace. We don't know what's going to happen. We got to be ready for every scenario. But yeah, hit me up. Say what you're going to say.
Yeah. So because I didn't even think about that. He said that AJ day. Like, what was that for y'all when all that was coming down? And like, I got to kind of know that from y'all's perspective. What was that trade day for AJ like?
It was definitely chaotic. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, there were people like scurrying about in our office. Like, our football staff is on the first floor. We're on the second floor, and so we're separated. But like when something's going down, you can kind of know something's happening. And then we just didn't know what it was. We thought we were going to get somebody different. But it was tough too because I felt like I was excited for Traylon, but everyone was freaking out about AJ, so it kind of overshadowed his like nice day. So anything we posted to try to like get people excited for Traylon, everybody's like, "What the hell just happened over here?" So it was just a very weird day because usually the draft's are fun. Everybody's excited about who you pick, whatever you make your move. That was definitely a weird one where we're like, "Wait, what just happened?" So, and I mean, AJ was. I mean, for content, he was great, dude. He was live streaming himself, like getting surgery. He was talking shit on the field, having cool celebrations. Like, it was very fun to ride his wave. And then obviously we saw what happened in Philadelphia. That was a tough one on the other side to just watch and be like, oh man. But yeah, definitely it was chaotic, and we're much like all the fans. Like, we were sitting there watching, like, wait, what did we just do? So sometimes as much as we're a part of the club, we're just like the fans in what we do. So it was. I don't know. Every draft is pretty crazy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I went to Vegas for that draft for the first time. I'm gonna go to the draft. I finally got me a Titans jersey for the first time since I was like a kid. The last jersey I had was a Javon Curse jersey. Yeah. I got me an AJ Brown jersey 2 weeks before the draft. I'm walking down Vegas Strip during the draft, and the Eagles fan stopped. He's like, "Hey, you ain't seen what just happened?" I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" He's like, and he just handed me the phone. It's Adam Scheffler. It's like, traded AJ Brown. I was just broke down right there. I was like, "No, we didn't." No.
I went to the new phone a while back when that happened, and my man that was helping me out with the phone, he's like, "Hey, just so you know," or I think eventually he came out to work for the Titans. He's like, right before the draft, I bought AJ jersey, and y'all traded him. What's up? And so there's still a lot of those in the stands for sure. That's what I mean. I was a huge jersey guy growing up as a little kid, and anytime anybody would get traded, it would just like crush me, man.
I learned the NFL Shop has warranty on their jersey, so if you get it within that year and the player's traded or retires or anything like that, they'll refund your jersey for another team jersey. So I got a Derrick Henry jersey in return.
That's something I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Probably something right there, Fausto.
Yeah. So I was happy about that because I was highly upset. I was like, man, it still has the seams in it. I was like, it's brand new. So yeah, no, it was good as they did that. So yeah, definitely looking at that.
Yeah, but finish it up. I mean, I think the biggest thing too for us along those lines too is hopefully keeping Jeffrey. That's another jersey that a lot of people have, and I think that's a thing. I think that I think he's talked about that publicly. He's committed to keeping. I think we'll just see when that happens and how that money works. I think you could probably even extend him and his cap would go down. I'm not a cap expert by any means, so don't listen to me, but there are ways to wiggle that around. But like I said, the exciting part for all of us is we'll see how we kind of work through this year, but there's going to be an insane amount of money that we can work with next year. And so that might open up to a wild offseason in 2020.
The chess moves are going to be made next season. I'm trying to tell people.
I've been telling y'all. Keep telling y'all. Next year's the year. We go get our QB. We gonna have a lot more money this year. We just got to put our building pieces in. That just makes us a good team that can contend and play this year. That's all we need this year. The next year, that's when we can actually start putting in better pieces and actually going after the bigger targets and the fancier names.
I think if we have a really good draft, like in 19, we had probably the best draft that we've ever had, maybe with just starters in every round except for like one. And they contributed and helped us be really successful in 2020 and 2021. If we can have a really good draft, that might help supercharge us this year and next year.
Yeah. And once we get a new stadium, bro, it's going to be a lot easier to bring free agents in right now. Man, it's hard to bring free agents in here, but that new stadium will help.
Hey, man, it's going to be great going to Titans games when it's snowing outside, man. I ain't got to worry about it.
Okay, you got to worry about it slipping on ice.
I understand the complaints about wanting to play outdoors, but I think once we get an indoor building, I think fans will much more appreciate it when it's super, super hot in the first couple of games of the season and then when it's really cold at the end of the season.
And I just wanted to follow up about let's see what we got right here before I do that. We're going to be equivalent of
Oh,
the
my fault. My
Lions.
fault.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Of the Lions last season. I mean, the Lions, they were competitive, man. People wrote them out, but they were competitive.
They just had a bad start. They had a terrible start.
Their defense was awful, but their offense will go up out there and put up points with anybody. So if we can get our offense to that point, man, I mean, shoot, we're gonna be right back in the playoffs and thinking about Super Bowl.
I mean, I think I also I texted somebody else today. I was texting a buddy in LA, and he's like, "Man, as long as we got Braves, I'm confident." And I don't disagree with that, man. I mean, I think it was publicized like almost every single position coach we had is now coaching a different position. Man, he's mixing everybody up. He's bringing new ideas in. I think Braves is a super competitor, and I think he always gets the most out of his guys. And I think as we get him more and more guys, Ram bringing those guys in, I'm excited to see what Braves can do. So and I think it'll be before we want to go back to that 19-20 days where we was just putting points on people, and which was weird for all of us. We're used to just defense, and scoring 30 points a game was something crazy different for us.
Just let you know that it's possible. I will say though, like, man, I'm super. I've been telling them that in a couple of shows back, man. I'm like, dude, I'm super excited for this draft because of the free agent picks. I know what they're gonna prioritize in this draft, man. I just feel like, man, finna get the bunch of young playmakers, man. I just,
we think we're going receiver or O line or what? Like, what do you think we gonna do?
I'm saying, I think we're gonna get. I think the first 3 rounds we're probably either gonna get some receivers. And we're probably gonna get a backup tight end that's gonna complement Chigakonkwo, man. I feel like it, man. I want that big boy from Georgia, man. I keep telling them, man, that's who I want. Me and Morocco was like,
that would be perfect for us, man. 5-star, I mean, who you trying to scoop up, man?
I like wide receiver, you know, and I'm jumping around through everybody from Georgia, but you know me, I'm stuck on Hyatt a little bit, bro. I truly feel like when we're gonna look back in years from this draft, and like he's not valued high, but I feel like when we look back, Hyatt hands down should have been the first wide receiver picked in this draft. So I just feel that way for some other reason, but I'm with y'all on, you know, but I say wide receiver, we got to go get playmakers because it looks like they're beefing up the line in free agency, which we kind of talked about because it's more prospects in free agency than there was in drafts for the O-line, and there's more skilled players in this draft. So I think a skilled player position.
I mean, Brave said, I think he said, I want speed this year. So hopefully we're going to get some fast guys.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah, I want to go ahead and share this, and it's a follow-up to what RJ just posted. Wes, I mean, y'all make sure y'all go follow Wes Wiley, man. I mean, this is our, everyday source for everything, man. I mean, if Nate ain't putting it out there with the Titans or Jim Wyatt, I mean, Wes on top of it, man. So y'all make sure y'all give Wes a follow, man. And he pretty much in the mindset that if CJ Stroud isn't picked number 1, he'll likely be available at 3. And it's a real possibility the Titans would try to trade up to 3 if Stroud is there. And he brought up the fact that the reason is due to Stroud's agent, which is, I'm not going to slaughter his name, but he's the same agent. He's the same agent who represents Deshaun Watson and Kevin Byard as well. And they say Houston believes he approached to force Deshaun Watson out of Houston. So I mean, there's that with that situation right there, man. I mean, don't look like
their GM. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, don't look like Houston will want to do any type of business with David anymore after that whole Deshaun Watson thing. And I wouldn't be mad if the Titans move up and grab Stroud in this situation.
Hey, I look at it like this. I've said it before we got in here, man. I got a feeling, man. The Panthers they can't pass on Bryce Young, dog. I don't think they can, dude. There's no way, man. I like CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is to me the most pro ready out of all of them. But I look at it like this, man. Bryce Young, he too good of a player, man. That film room.
RJ back started. He finna get back started.
I know. Do I need to go? Do I need to go grab the shirt? I can go grab the shirt.
We were just talking about that shirt, man. We were just talking about, man, that shirt might not be a thing no more, but
this is an inside joke, Nate. So before the Panthers trade up for number 1 pick, man, I was big. Go get Bryce Young. Don't be dumb. Trade up for Bryce Young. I had a whole shirt. You know what I'm saying? He made a shirt for me and everything. We wore it on the show, man. And that was my motto, man, until the Panthers traded up. So
I'm gonna stay. I am a Ryan Tannehill advocate on this show constantly. I'll be preaching for him, but I know there's gonna be a time where he has to come. I just don't think it's draft this year. I don't think the QB's this year. If we go get somebody this year, I mean, I like the Lamar Jackson rumors. I definitely would love to see Lamar Jackson come here. But if not,
we ain't talked about him.
let's go get the QB in the draft next year. There's a lot more QBs next year.
That Facebook user just popped up that post. I think you're probably right. Like our division opponents aren't going to want us to jump them for whatever pick it is without giving a huge haul. I'm probably with you. I mean, again, I don't know, but I think Tannehill's cap hit is obviously big and people make a big deal about that, but I'm with you probably. I think you go one more year probably, but who knows? We'll see. Yeah. And then if you go there, then maybe it's Caleb Williams, but then I think you're going to have to trade up because he's going to probably be the first guy I bet.
It depends on who get that number 1 pick. So if somebody that needs a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, gets that number 1 pick, there's no way they're trading. They're going to pick Caleb Williams.
People even talk about Hooker going like top 10.
Top 5, actually. They got him going 5.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that injury, he would most definitely be up there. He would probably be taking the place of Anthony Richardson and Will Levis, which I can't understand why he's that.
That's making some hot chats in the Twitter universe for our fan base.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hated every second of that when I seen it, man. I was like, we done gave the Colts fans all this shit about Will Levis. Here we go. Our name is attached right there beside him.
I think I'm with some of y'all though. I think we go receiver, but for them that'd be fun because receiver has some swag. I mean, quarterback would as well, but people would definitely be excited. Was it JSN from Ohio State? Might be there. So we'll see. But
so who's your guy at receiver, man?
I like Hyatt too, but it's one of the we pick so early that maybe the value is not there. Then is he going to be there in the second round? So. Yeah. Maybe you trade back, which sounds crazy, and you pick up a couple guys. I don't know, but that's why I think I have no idea what Rams will do because we have no history on him. So this will be a big draft for all of us, really. So we'll see what he will make.
I like Zay Flowers, man. Zay Flowers is good too, man. That's another that little dude be going in. He going in.
No idea where that what's the TCU receiver?
Quinn Johnson,
Quinn Johnson, man. I was high on him at first, but the more I got to thinking about it, the more I got to thinking about DGB, man, and not saying that Quinn Johnson, can't learn the playbooks or anything like that or whatever. It's just that boom or bust aspect to him, man. I mean, I just can't get past it, and I wouldn't feel comfortable with the Titans taking a chance on that at 11.
Yeah.
Taking Eric, man. I don't blame you, man. If the Titans took 3 offensive linemen, man, in a row, I mean, sure, I wouldn't say anything. I mean, sure, it's gonna be some people that get pissed off, but I wouldn't say anything with how Dennis Daly put on for the Titans last year.
line being
thank you, Sam. We appreciate that.
That is not, for as bad as our O-line or as good as our O-line has been, to have last year happen was definitely tough.
Yeah, Can we just talk about how happy we are that another team signed Daly, so we ain't got to deal with that this year again?
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank Monty. Thank him.
Arizona does not understand the boo-boo they just got.
I mean, he does.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie though. It would have been funny to see what it would have been like to see Daly and Arden Key in the same locker room together, knowing how well he handled him last year. That would have been great to see.
It definitely is fun to watch some of the inner workings because, I mean, like Lawan has to play with it. But was it Chandler Jones had 5 sacks on him in one game? And just everybody in the locker room behind the scenes will always bring that up. Vrabel would show it like on the board when we play him and stuff. He'd roast him. So, like, those guys definitely know when they get basically manhandled and have to deal with it. So yeah.
Yeah, I could only imagine film sessions with Dennis Daly, man. Like he was so bad. I just couldn't. I don't see how they do it.
And that's why I don't get to sit in those, but like Vrabel definitely is a player's coach for a reason. He commands those, or what I've heard. And Will Compton and them talk about. They show some videos, and Bates does a couple of good jobs on his Raw Room podcast, but they definitely let our players have it if they're not paying attention in the film room, or if they get messed up in the game. They'll definitely put them on blast.
Oh man.
Nothing
man,
as bad
let's
as that
go
Mike
ahead and,
Singletary stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go ahead and roll this highlight from Hyde and the Tennessee Pro Day, man, because I know y'all high on him. I think he's going to be straight in the NFL as well. But here goes the drill from Hyde.
Yeah, I really like that route, man. And there's that was one of the knocks on him with his route running, and I like that route, man. That was a good route.
He's definitely improved on it. He still got some more improvement to do, but he has improved, and that's good to see. He's so big, and he came in with more weight on his pro day as well. Like he's improving
like
even more. Yeah, and he looks good. That's a good little build right there for him too. And he's running routes. He's getting in. He's getting it. Oh man, I just don't know if he is an 11th pick, but I think looking back, we're gonna say it don't matter.
Yeah, I look at it like this. I try to, like I said, I try not to speak on my volunteers, man. But like, I have to take it's so hard to take them volunteer glasses off of me, man. But like, I know one thing I would not deny Hyatt on is he got that dog in him, man. He ain't scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's one thing I always liked about Hyatt.
I mean, it's good. Like, even from a social perspective, bring it back to my job. Like, a good Tennessee Vol playing well for the Tennessee Titans is good for business, I think. So there's a huge fan base in East Tennessee that definitely like pays attention to us, but not like they would if Albert Haynesworth was dominating for the Titans. Like, we had East Tennessee come over. There was a fever for Peyton Manning way back when we were younger. Yes. So I do think it'll be fun if we had like Jalen Hyatt or even Hooker or something like that balling out for us.
Yeah,
that would help.
We ain't had that since Byard's first year when he came out of like Middle Tennessee, I think it was, and started getting all them interceptions.
Yeah, we ain't had a good Tennessee player in a good little minute. It's probably been since Justin Hunter. Like, I ain't gonna say he was good, but like he even we had he got a couple touchdown catches,
Yeah, he had some flashes.
Dobbs playing the last 2 weeks of the season gave us like a little life, even though he didn't win those games. I really enjoyed having him around.
Yeah, we had to hear from the Vols fans about Dobbs, man. I mean, I actually got into some heat with some of them. It was all love at the end of the day, man. But I was just, telling them, like, man, come on, y'all, Josh Dobbs. I mean, what can he actually do? And then he got up out there and damn near beat the Dallas Cowboys and damn near got us into the playoffs, man. I
guess ultimately now that we're sitting here, it's probably good that we lost those. You never want to be good that we lost, but the way he fumbled in that Jags game, and then watching, I think Josh Allen fumbled with the incomplete, and Brady fumbled. I'm like, bro, that was less than the rest of those.
That was the league, man. They didn't want to see us shine, man. They
didn't want to see us in that playoff game. That's all that was, man. They was like, please, somebody beat the Titans. Please, this team is injured. There's no way. They only had a quarterback, and we'd rather see the Jaguars.
Yeah, they wanted Trevor Lawrence, right?
Mm-hmm. Man, he said Astro Dobbs. Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that too. Like, it wasn't his fault, but that offense just schemed him up to be this. Talking about Hyatt running right down the field, wide open with some big Hail Marys. But
Deion Bonner, man, he's bringing up a receiver that I really like. I really like Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss, man. He very much reminds me of AJ Brown. Now, I've been telling people that. I'll be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, he shows a lot of shades of AJ Brown.
I mean, picked in the second or third round that people are probably sleeping on, like kind of like AJ. And then
we might do that next show, Morocco and Firestone, man. We should just go on here, man, and we could talk about all the receivers that we like. We just go through, man. Wide receivers are an exciting position to talk about. We can show highlights, your favorite highlights.
All day, man. I mean, let's run it, man. Next week's show, I mean, it's all receivers, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah, man, definitely.
But what was I going to say? Mingo, yes, Mingo. I mean, I see some AJ in him. I mean, don't he wear number 1 like AJ wore back in Ole Miss? I mean, he's pretty much the same build as him. But for me, man, I mean, yeah, I mean he's good possession receiver, but I don't see AJ when he actually gets that ball in his hands, because I mean the difference between him and AJ is when AJ catch the ball, he finna make that first guy miss. But with Mingo, I mean, he don't always get that first guy to miss, and he doesn't take it to the house very, very much. So I mean, I would be okay with him. I mean, in late second, third round, maybe. But I mean,
maybe 4th round. He might drop there. You know what I'm saying?
He might with all these slot receivers. I mean, but yeah, I mean, he'll do good with the team, with a team in the right situation. But speaking about receivers, let's go ahead and roll this 40 time from Cedric Tillman, man. I know a lot of people are high on him.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman, that was oh crap. Yeah, Cedric Tillman, he was my favorite Tennessee wide receiver when he was during the hyper era, man. Like, dude is a big body wide receiver, man, can run the whole route tree, man. His routes are good. He's fast, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really think he's gonna be the next Michael Thomas. I'm trying to tell you, man, he's gonna be the receiver that, like, where did this guy come from? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was the number 1 before he got hurt, right?
Yeah, he was our best receiver before he got hurt, and then Jalen Hyatt took off, you know, so like nothing. I'll take it, but I'm gonna be real. If Cedric Tillman doesn't get hurt, I don't think Hyatt wins that Biletnikoff Award, and that's nothing. It's not saying that Hyatt isn't good. It's just saying that the Cedric Tillman is gonna be that guy that gets the volume catches. So
you're saying this kind of like a DK AJ college situation type of situation?
It's more so that Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle. You know, if Jalen Waddle doesn't get hurt next season, I don't think Devontae Smith wins that Heisman. And there's people that, and this take right here. People think Cedric Tillman better than Hyatt, and you can make the argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does a little bit more, and he can play in the slot too. So, like I said, it's gonna come down to what team either player goes to. Like, we gotta go. If Hyatt's gonna have to go to a team that's gonna know how to use, gonna have to know how to use him to make him effective. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, man. Before we get up out of here, too, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and roll this footage from Hendon Hooker's interview. I mean, as everybody know, I mean, he's still recovering from his ACL injury. He was throwing a little bit today. I mean, it wasn't much. I mean, you're not gonna see anything much with him recovering, but he had this to say when asked about the quarterbacks that he molds his game after.
Which quarterbacks have you maybe looked to, take different aspects from their game into your own, or maybe who have you kind of looked to in terms of inspiration and whatnot?
Yeah, honestly, whenever I'm preparing for a game on Thursday, I usually look at the previous 5 games that the team that we're about to play has played, and the things that the quarterbacks have done that worked against that defense, and I'll try to implement some of that into my game. And since I've seen it work, I know that, hey, I can use this and it'll work against that defense. So really, I look at everybody. I feel like my game most resembles Deshaun Watson's, and a little bit of Josh Allen as well. But let's go ahead.
Yeah, man. I mean, Hendon Hooker, man. Look, like we said earlier, man, if it wasn't for that ACL injury, man, dude would, go right up off the boards right after CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, man. I mean, it would probably still be talk about AR-15. It damn sure wouldn't be any talk about Levis. But whoever decides to draft Hendon Hooker, man, they're gonna have themselves a player, in my opinion.
Definitely a warrior, man. One thing, Hendon Hooker at the University of Tennessee, he has, like I said, just like Hyatt, he got that dog in him, man. He has that will, that work ethic, man. He You know what I'm saying? He works harder. He worked hard, man. That's one thing about him. You saw the improvement from when he first became our quarterback all the way to the second, to him beating Alabama. And the fact that, I mean, no one drops 300 some yards and 5 TDs on Alabama, like, without being a top quarterback, man. You'd be like, okay, yeah, he going in the top 10. Like I said, if it wasn't for that injury, I believe that Henry Hooker is a top 10 quarterback. Like that.
Morocco, how dare you talk about the Colts' future quarterback like that? You know he's the Hall of Famer. You know he's a future Hall of Famer.
I hope like hell they get Will Levis, man. And I mean, I ain't putting it past Ballard neither, man, because I mean, you know, this dude is notorious for doing some dumb shit.
Oh yeah, I like that arm he got there, man. He can throw the whole thing.
Right.
He looked just like Andrew Luck.
I am excited to see what they're going to start the year off with at QB, because it has been entertaining to see this circus show that they have been putting on for the past couple of years in the AFC South. And it cracks me up because the NFL Network and all these other people love to be like, well, it's the Colts year. They're going to win the division. Bro, they are nowhere near in competing with the division right now. Let them be right now. They still trying to figure stuff out.
Man, they can't pull that stunt again this year, man. I mean, they got away with it last year barely because they brought in Matt Ryan, man. But, you know, after that went bad, I mean, if they sit up there and say the Colts are the favorite to win the division again, man, I'm taking a trip to ESPN or whoever out there putting out the foolishness, man. I'm taking a trip, man, and I'm going to give somebody some bond money for me.
Yeah. They said, what would you do if the Titans ended up taking Will Levis?
I'm making a trip down to the Titans facility, man. Nate, all I got to tell you, man, just, bro, stay.
I ain't gonna be at work that day.
Yeah. on some real stuff, though, if we draft Will Levis, though, like, we got to give a man a chance, bro. We got to give him a chance, bro. We can't. I understand.
Man, don't do that.
I understand, though, man. We don't like him, yeah, as a quarterback, man. But you got to give him a chance, dude.
Do not do that, man. Let's go ahead and end the show. We ain't even gonna get into that right now.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, please, Titan. Just don't even look at that dude, man. Like
Don't do it. Nate, if I can ask you one favor, man. Next time you see Vrabel, next time you see Red, just throw a little nugget in that air.
I show him this clip,
yes, right. Show him that right there. Red done met me before, man. He cool dude, man. He know I'm cool people too, man. So just let him know, man.
Do you know understand how hard it would be to defend Will Levis on our team after all the crap we just said about him?
Watch him take us to the Super Bowl, and you're like, oh,
he's the only quarterback that has to win a Super Bowl. Like, for him to people not think he trash. Like,
the day the Titans draft Levis is going to be the day all the Titans Coliseum episodes just disappear.
Yeah, this podcast will be done.
We never said those things about Will Levis. This is episode 1.
This will be an adult beverage if we draft Will Levis.
I need to send you to Kansas City and be front and center for whoever we pick.
Oh, no, you don't. Okay, if they pick Will Levis, man, I'm gonna act a fool on national TV.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, we'll go ahead and get it wrapped up, man. Nate, man, it was a blessing to have you on tonight, man.
Thank you, man. This is good. This is good stuff. I'll come back anytime. This is fun. It didn't seem like an hour, bro. We were chopping it up. This is fun. Oh, we went to yeah. Time for bed, my man, Eric.
Yeah, that ain't nothing but a future headache for many days, nights. I mean, man, I will wake up on game day depressed, man. It'll be 2014, 2015 all over.
There were some dark days, man. Yes.
Man,
oh my goodness.
Praying for just one win. Just one win.
Yes,
Can you get one? Look. I don't want to go back to those days.
Yeah, it wasn't good, man.
Hey, he said our future stadium bill will be canceled every time we live it.
No, bro.
Oh man, he says Titans draft Will Levis and the Flames around the T disappear.
It would.
It just be the T. Oh man.
You'll be Nate. All you'll see, man, up and down your timeline.
Yes,
I'm done with the Titans. I'm no longer a Titans fan.
My bad.
He's a funny.
Oh, well, I would. Hey, you had to put in some overtime to figure out how you gonna hype up that quarterback, bro. Ain't no way you hyping up that first round pick.
Hey, I'll come back on the show. We'll figure out a way, man.
We'll brainstorm together.
Brainstorm on here.
That's gonna be a therapist.
Yeah, we got to bring you back on here if we draft Will Levis, man. For real. We got to bring you back on here.
Oh yeah, post draft. Let's link back up and figure out what we can do.
Right. But Nate, you got anything you want to plug before we head out, man?
No, man. I think this is good. Just keep tweeting at us, good or bad. We'll have some fun with y'all, and then let's reconvene after the draft and let's see how we feel about it. It'll be fun.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Sounds great, man. I appreciate you coming on here. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all being in here, tuning in and interacting with us. Make sure if y'all haven't already, like the videos, follow, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when we go live. Go to justwinapparel.com to check out our merch. Go grab some merch for us, and that helps us support. We appreciate everything y'all's been doing. Prayers for Tennessee. My fellow co-hosts, y'all got anything else to add?
I most definitely. Hey, Nate, it was a blessing to have you on the show, man. Blessed to talk music, man, football, man. Like I said, this is more so a sit down at the round table, have a good time, man. You know, I wish we can't drink on here, but you know what I'm saying, have a drink, you know what I'm saying, at the bar.
Firestone comes to a game, we'll get together in person, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Me and Morocco go to a lot of games, so you know, and if we see you, man, I'm definitely say what's up. I'm gonna start wearing my Titans Coliseum gear when we out there, so people gonna know exactly who I'm at and who we are. You know, so
I'll definitely be out there to catch a game this season. So I'll look forward to linking up and meeting in person.
Let's do it, man. Awesome. I can't wait, man. It'll be good.
Absolutely. Morocco, you got anything?
Let's roll.
Let's go.